Yes, you read that right. I got tired of my expandable island. Well, really the style of it, so I decided to build a new one. And this one would have been a lot more simple if I didn't need it to expand as well, because I really have to make everything complicated. And this is the part where the internet thought my husband was abusive.
Leg. Leg. Hey, leg. Jeez, Louise.
This is going to be the width countertop that comes out.
This?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Is that going to be fun?
Hell yeah, it's gonna be a problem. It's useless. For the record, I love this island. And if you make one that's less useful than this island, I'm gonna give you shit about it. As long as we have it. Just so you know.
I literally had a lady telling me that I was in an abusive relationship and I just didn't know it, and she knew it because she was in a cult for 16 years. Anyways, the new island was looking good and it was time to take apart the old one. Then once I got the new one in the kitchen, I realized that I put the drawer area on the wrong side. I originally wanted the drawers on the side of the oven, but by this point I didn't want to take it all apart and put it all back together, so it's staying. Now to address the part that my husband said was useless. And for the record, he wasn't wrong. The old expandable countertop was about 20 inches wide and this one was only going to be 8 because of the legs, but I fixed it. Pretty much everything on this island is red oak. I've been kind of obsessed with it lately and I can't wait to build some more furniture out of oak. It's just such a nice, sturdy, dense wood. And it looks great stained. This is Spice Brown by Duracell. And here's what the inside of it looks like for right now and what the leg's gonna look like. I did have to add a runner to the inside to give the leg something to rest on. I did end up adding a strip of felt onto that so that way the countertop would slide more smoothly. And you can see here that I added stoppers so that way somebody wouldn't accidentally pull the countertop all the way out. And then it was time to add drawer slides to this. Then I built a couple drawers out of 1/2-inch plywood. I just used wood glue and brad nails and this works really well for beginners. I've actually built drawers in several different ways and this is way more sturdy than you'd think. Then I installed the drawers and then I got to work on the drawer fronts for this. And because I wanted them to be fancy, I had to pull my router out. And I'm gonna warn you now, routers are super messy. I got the drawer fronts installed and then I installed the hardware, and this is the same hardware I have in the rest of my kitchen. That way the space all ties together. And this was probably the most exciting part, putting that expandable countertop in to see if it would work. Now you see I added the countertop to the top of that, but that's not gonna be the one that I plan on using. That was actually the countertop from the old one and it was a little bit worse. So I made a new one out of MDF. Have I mentioned how messy that router is? The plan was to epoxy it. And I know what you're thinking, I epoxied my countertops before and they yellowed really quickly. But this time I'm using Stone Coat Countertops epoxy kit and theirs is so much better. I even used a different method here. The first time I painted and then poured clear epoxy over it, and this time I actually colored the epoxy. Now just a reminder of what the first island looked like that I built. It had a trash can drawer, a drawer with a hidden drawer, a spice rack drawer, and even an expandable countertop. And here's the new one. I know it's not everybody's style, but my style has gotten more vintage over the years and I'm super thrilled with how this turned out. It still has the functioning expandable countertops and a little bit of storage. The trash can doesn't fit in there, but I actually got a prettier trash can to sit out and I'm fine with it. Now the plan for the countertop was for it to look like that Taj Mahal countertop, but let me tell you, I can build anything out of wood, but I am not an artist. My daughter says it looks like roasted marshmallows and my husband said it looks like I spilled a cappuccino all over the countertop. But it's been almost a year since this has been built and it has not yellowed yet. Anyways, if you like home design, DIY, and fun crazy projects, follow me for more.